versus Megamind.
You either die a despicable villain or live long enough to become an admirable hero.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Evil never dies. It merely goes dormant, waiting for a villain to arise and spread its name to the darkest corners of the earth.
Like a man so evil, he cuts in line at the coffee shop and makes balloon animals for kids and then pops them in their face. What a despicable man.
The world would surely tremble at his name, Gru.
Really? Just Gru? Doesn't have some sort of stage name or like doctorate or, you know?
Felonious Gru, son of the supervillain known as the Bald Terror.
Oh man, he's so dead.
Even as a small child, Gru had big aspirations. He could make rocket bikes, cheese rays, and this dog?
And his arsenal grew even more with the help of his new best buddy, Dr. Nefario. See? Now that's a supervillain name. Come on, man.
With Nefario's help. What happens when the villain wins? On a grim, dark day, the citizens of Metro City learned the horrifying answer to that question when their hero, their Metro Man, was lost forever. Bested by the fearsome supervillain destined for greatness, Megamind.
Cause if your rival's name is gonna be that on the nose, you better match that energy. Their feud goes way back to when they escaped their dying planet Superman style and immediately got in each other's way.
While Metro Baby landed in a nice and cozy home, he caused the weird blue kid to crash land in prison and literally grow up behind bars. What kind of city government would make the kid stay in jail?
It wasn't as bad as you'd think. He was a perfect fit for the Metrocity prison for the criminally gifted.
Metro City.
But while everyone outside bars loved that new kid who could fly, they weren't too keen on the boy with the big blue head and his constant string of destructive accidents.
So if he was going to be the bad guy no matter what, why not embrace it and become a true supervillain?
Sounds kinda like you. Megamind is a genius inventor, creating weapons to stage prison breaks before he could even talk.
It does sound like me. With a bit of tutoring from Machiavellian in the ways of wrongdoing, he got to work on his crime-starting career, facing off with his destined rival over and over again.
And Megamind's got everything he needs. An invisible car for getaways, assuming he can find the thing. A hover bike for flying and shooting at the same time, if he can multitask. Lasers, bombs, bubble guns, baseball bats, jet boots, and more galore.
But his go-to is the D-gun, a laser pistol with various possible effects, such as destroying, decelerating, demoralizing, de-locking, de-gravity thing?
I wouldn't expect a guy calling himself Megamind to have the best name ideas, Wiz. He probably based the entire thing around his favorite setting, dehydration, which turns people and objects into tiny cubes for easy storage, though they can be returned to normal with a drop of water.
He did keep the whole mind thing running with his horde of henchmen, the Brainbots. These mini-mechs follow Megamind's every command, even pulling off the most incredible drone show you've ever seen in your life.
Which, according to the director's commentary, is made up of over 100,000 brainbots. Though, ironically, I wouldn't call his brainbots, smart. That designation goes to Megamind's proper minion, Minion!
Minion serves many roles for Megamind. Sidekick, guy in the chair, awkward sibling relationship despite technically being his pet.
The best fish friend you could have in your plans to kidnap news reporter Roxanne Ritchie to piss off Metro Man for the 19th time this week. Or for the final time. Children, shield your eyes!
He did it! Thanks to his most powerful invention of all, an orbital death ray that could shatter mountains, Metro City's hero had fallen. It was Megamind's time to rule.
And he had no idea what to do next. With Metro Man dead, what was even the point?
Clearly, he needed a new superhero to fight. And apparently, he could just make that happen. With his diffuser gun, he injected this loser with Metro Man's DNA, turning him into Metro Man 2.0, Titan.
Megamind even trained him himself, using his disguise generator and expert acting skills. What a performer! But for all his smart...
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
A very popular franchise, but I think Minion is a big one. But I'm still going with Megamind. It's a lot more.
Minions, prep the artillery! We're not letting him get away!
Hi, peoples!
Ooh, and here I thought it was the hero who chases the bad guys! Ha! Oh.
Minion, I'm going to need a new pair of pants.
Yes, sir. Sending you the Sunday Best package. Take this!
Both of them technically came here.
Freeze ray!
A dark color scheme!
Strike ray!
Henchmen who look the same!
Laser gun!
Ingenious weaponry! You are certainly a real supervillain!
Who needs the mail?
You're just missing one thing!
And what might that be?
Presentation!
Minions, assemble! And start the music! Oh! Check that mark in the morning. No, hey! We just fixed that! Come on, sir! Smash him! Oh, hey, that's kinda cute!
You dare challenge Megamind in my own monstrosity? Do you even know who I am?
Well, life is full of disappointments.
Hey!
Banana!
Now, as you like to say, dehydration gun!
If you're going to steal my lines, at least do it properly.
Whoa!
Okay, thank you for the help.
Minion, is the death ray ready?
Approaching. Getting there. Almost, kinda, maybe. On the way. Yes!
Fire!
Whoa!
Oh, Roxanne's gonna kill me.
Remember this, villain! The good guys always win! This is how it's really done! Dehydration gun!
Villain! You mean... Oh, wait a minute. This is all a big misunderstanding.
Huh?
Well, I'll be done.
Oh, work is going to kill me for this.
I guess that's 2 for Gru, 0 for Will Ferrell.
With so many chaotic factors in this fight, it can get overwhelming trying to keep track of them all.
So we'll break it down 3 ways: arsenal, minions, and skill.
In terms of weapon versatility, Megamind definitely had much more to use. The D-gun alone had enough effects to match what Gru could do with nearly his whole kit. Throw in disguise generators, invisible cars, portal bazookas, and it's a lot for Gru to handle.
Just one problem. Megamind might have had variety, but Gru's weaponry was far stronger in scope. Sure, Megamind's death ray could blow up a mountain, but Gru's shrink ray could take out the moon.
And is much easier to use on top of it. Frankly, much of Megamind's deadliest weaponry would have little effect anyway.
Check this out. When Gru first tried to get the shrink ray, he triggered a missile trap so explosive it created a mushroom cloud. Based on the size of the blast, that's about 4 kilotons of TNT, and all those missiles fired at him from point-blank range.
Shockingly, that's about 38 times greater than Megamind's orbital death ray. and Gru kind of just walked it off. Megamind's mecha suit could take big hits like that, but Megamind himself? No.
So Megamind would have a hard time blowing him up, but he could still dehydrate him, disintegrate him, freeze him, or even just turn off his gravity and send him flying into space, right?
Sure, though Gru does have some similar weaponry. As far as arsenal is concerned, Gru could take out Megamind through sheer firepower, but Megamind could potentially counter with the D-Gun's effects. It's a whoever shoots first wins situation. Their arsenals match up fairly evenly.
But these guys aren't alone. Let's cover Gru's minions and Megamind's, minions.
1-to-1, one of Gru's minions was certainly more likely to take out a brainbot. Sure, minions may have the attention span of an iPad kid, but they can effortlessly hack, dismantle, and rewire most machines, like, Megamind's brainbots.
And they just won't die! Certainly nothing the brainbots have can take them out. For all we know, the minions may be completely indestructible.
To be fair, maybe one brainbot doesn't stand a chance against one minion, but there are far more brainbots than minions in total. 10 times more. And the brainbots are a much more organized and focused unit.
Compared to the vanilla minions, maybe. But the Mega Minions are strong enough to rip and chomp through metal like wet paper. Aunt Mel's got a history of destroying satellites with a laser beam strong enough to cut through the earth, so it's bye-bye Death Ray.
But we can't ignore the most competent minion of them all, Megamind's minion, Old Chum.
He's way more competent than Dr. Nefario, can operate all the tech like the mech suit used to fight Titan, and can match Megamind's brains and style beat for beat. Remember that whole presentation bit in the movie? Yeah, that wasn't Megamind, that was Minion.
While Megamind's army lacks the power of, say, the Mega Minions, having a second in command who's just as smart and capable as him makes up for it, making a battle of their underlings too close to call.
So, if neither of them has a clear edge in weaponry or their henchmen, what matters most isn't the tools themselves, but how good or bad they are at using them. It all comes down to skill.
Both Gru and Megamind have their share of less than genius moments and bad luck, but even in the face of things gone wrong, Gru tends to fail upwards, still ultimately completing his missions, unlike Megamind, who tends to fail much harder before he learns how to succeed.
And we love him for it. It's not like Gru has to put up with Elvis Superman, but even during their villain phases, Gru found some success, unlike Megamind,
who also has a bad habit of not using his weapon effectively, like never using the D-Gun against the Doom Syndicate, either because he can get easily flustered or he just loves showing off. So it's more likely Gru could succeed in a whoever shoots first wins quick draw situation with their arsenals.
Quick draw is right. Megamind dodging electric blasts is impressive, clocking in around half the speed of sound.
But it pales in comparison to Gru piloting hypersonic ships into space and dodging heat-seeking missiles at Mach 10. Meaning he is fast enough to win that quick draw. Gru takes skill, which finally tips the scales. After a nail-biting back and forth, he has just enough to land the winning blow first, more often than not.
Sorry, Megamind. I think you losing was a atrocity.
It's Metro's atrocity. The winner is Felonious Gru.
Next time on Death Battle.
That's interesting. Sukuna versus...
Subscribe and join as a member.
Is he? Well, both of the mangas are over with. Funny enough, the mangas kind of ended around the same time. Well, sort of, kind of. I don't get that one. Some of the death battles I really just don't get, guys. I promise you I don't. But okay. That's interesting. Okay, well. That is what it is. That's fine. But alright, guys. Expect a lot more death battles coming this way. I'm going to try to catch up on every death battle starting from the most recent and going down.